Twitter, I got this question a couple days ago asking how can I find potential content that my clients are going to be interested in. So in this video, let's look through 3 ways to get content ideas. I've used all of these in the past, so let's jump into it. Number 1 is to go to Quora and look at the top questions. My normal process is to go over to the homepage, and I have a few topics that I almost always look into. For this channel, it's B2B sales, selling, SaaS, anything around what our niche is. And for you, it might be web design, it might be mobile development, whatever it is. Anyway, go into the topic and you'll see a bunch of questions in the feed, which is one good way to do it. The other place I go is the topic FAQ, and you can see the top questions. So if you were gonna make a video series, I would start with the top questions. And it's also important here that you're not just pulling these ideas, make sure that they're relevant to your audience as well. And there are some questions in this FAQ that you as a viewer would get more value from. So for instance, how do I acquire SaaS customers would be a better question to answer than what's the difference between SaaS marketing and SaaS sales. But it also depends on the channel. If you're going and you're doing a basics channel, then both of these might be good to answer. And the type of content that you answer them with is going to be different. The next place I'll go for content ideas is Reddit. And there are a few subreddits to go on. It's almost the same as Quora in terms of how the sections are broken out. I usually just go to the search box and I'll type in something that I want to answer. So B2B, and then see what subreddits pop up. And you see a few B2B SaaS, B2B sales, and then there are a couple, if you're in marketing specifically, there's one called Ask Marketing that I really like. And the reason why I like that is there are questions in here. So how do we pick the most efficient keywords? Entry-level marketing job, need advice for a presentation. There's a question in here. Another good one for finding ideas for this type of content, sales content, is /r sales. And then there are others like entrepreneur, startup, B2B SaaS. And you can go into the search and find anything. Digital design subreddits, programming, even specific programming languages. Whatever you need, there are subreddits in there and they all have questions to be answered by your content. And then if all of that fails, if you're out of content ideas on all of these channels, the last place I look is YouTube. If you have influencers in your space that do similar things to you, you can look at the kind of questions they ask. So for instance, you can go over to YouTube and let's say I wanted to make a video on cold email. So I'll just search cold email and hey, I'm right at the top. But I can look at what everybody else has made. So the best cold email I ever received and how to steal this, the top 3 cold emails to get you clients. This is number 3 right now. Mine's 4 cold email subject lines. I think that might be why it's ranking over the 3. And then here's my video again. Here's my video again. Oh man. But the other thing I use is this plugin called TubeBuddy, which I got from an AppSumo deal. And what that does is allows you to see related searches. So when I search cold emailing, now I see cold email marketing, cold email prospecting, cold emailing new clients, Mike Hardenbrook, I don't know who this is. And you can use these related searches for content ideas. It also shows you keyword score, which shows that cold email is extremely competitive and hard to rank for. So let's search something else. Let's search UI design. So when you search UI design, you'll see in TubeBuddy, UI design tutorial for beginners could be a good topic, a tutorial, some basic principles, talking about Photoshop. Using that for ideas is the third option. If you found this valuable, be sure to like it to encourage this type of content on YouTube, subscribe for more B2B sales training, and if you need marketing support for your digital agency, check out experiment27.com. Thanks.